How to make any woman miss you badly, even if she's not interested. If you've ever wanted a woman to miss you, and you've got that uncomfortable feeling she could take you or leave you, this is for you. I'm giving you 30 specific behaviors that make your presence stick, without begging, over-texting, or trying to convince her. I'm a woman, and I can tell you, what makes us miss a man is rarely what men think. I built this in 3 waves. The first 10 are the quick early tells, the next 10 are the deeper patterns, and the last 10 are the ones most men don't recognize until it's too late. So don't bail halfway. Before we get into that, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and ring that notification bell to stay up to date on all our videos. 1. You become the guy who ends first. If you always let conversations drag until she's bored, you train her nervous system to associate you with fatigue. Instead, you end while she's still engaged. You say, "I've got to run. This was fun." And you actually go. This isn't playing games. It's creating a clean ending that leaves space for her to feel the absence. Miss this, and you'll keep trying to win her with more time, when the real power is leaving her with less than she wanted. 2. You stop texting to verify and start texting to share. You can feel it when you're texting to check your temperature. So, are we good? Did I do something? That doesn't make her miss you. It makes her manage you. Instead, you text like you're adding value to her day. One funny observation, one quick win, one specific thing you saw that reminded you of her, then you're out. Try. This made me laugh, and I immediately thought of you. No follow-up fishing. Let the message land. 3. You leave one tiny thread unfinished. Ever notice how you can't stop thinking about a song you didn't finish? Same effect. When you wrap every interaction in a neat bow, her brain closes the tab. So you leave a small open loop. Remind me later and I'll tell you the story behind that. Or, I have a theory about you, but it'll make more sense in person. Then you move on. Don't overdo it. One thread is enough. Ignore this, and you'll keep giving her closure, when what creates missing is gentle incompletion. Quick check. If you're still watching, comment, "Here," so I know you're with me. 4. You create a micro-tradition in under 2 minutes. You don't need grand romance. You need something repeatable that becomes your thing. If you have to think hard to name your thing together, you don't have one yet. It can be tiny. A dumb nickname, a 2-word check-in, a ritual like sending one photo of something ridiculous you saw once a week. The goal is association. When she sees the trigger, she thinks of you automatically. You're not trying to be everywhere. You're trying to be anchored. 5. You give her a specific compliment she can't reuse on anyone else. Generic praise slides off. You're beautiful is wallpaper. Nice, but forgettable. If you want her to miss you, you have to make her feel uniquely observed. Try something like, "You have this way of making people relax without even trying." Or, "You ask questions like you actually mean it." 1 sentence. No stacking compliments like you're bargaining. If you do this right, she'll replay it later because it doesn't sound like something you say to everyone. Okay? This next one catches almost everyone off guard. 6. You make her feel seen in a room full of people. If you only know how to be attentive one-on-one, you're predictable. The moment friends show up, a lot of guys either cling or disappear. Both kill the vibe. Instead, you handle the room and her. You give her a quick glance across the table. You include her with one line. You notice when she's quiet and check in without making it a scene. You're basically saying, "I've got you," without announcing it. That creates a quiet safety, and safety is weirdly addictive. 7. You don't fill silence. You let it do the work. When you're nervous, you talk too much. You over-explain. You toss in extra words to keep her from drifting. But silence is not the enemy. Next time there's a pause, hold it. Smile. Let her be the one to speak first. That small moment does something powerful. It tells her you're comfortable in your own skin. And when a woman senses you're not performing for approval, she starts paying closer attention. Try it once and you'll feel the entire energy shift. 8. You exit on a high note before the energy drops. If you stay until the conversation dies, your last impression becomes meh, and meh is the opposite of missing you. So you leave when she's laughing, when the story is good, when the eye contact is warm. You don't wait for the awkward yawn. You say, "I'm going to let you get back to your night," and you go. This is how you create a memory that ends with momentum instead of boredom. People miss what ends well. 9. You become consistent in one small thing, not everything. Most guys think consistency means being constantly available. That's not consistency, that's predictable access. What makes you missable is being reliable in one specific way while still having a life. Pick one small signature. You always follow through on plans you make. You always respond with clarity. You always keep your word on one thing. Then stop over-delivering everywhere else. If any of these hit a little too close, pay attention, because what comes next is where men accidentally sabotage the whole thing. 10. You use one clean line that removes pressure completely. Pressure makes a woman protect her space, and the fastest way to make her not miss you is to turn every interaction into a referendum on her interest. So you use a line that gives her breathing room while keeping your dignity. No worries. If you ever feel like grabbing a drink, let me know. Then you drop it. No extra texts. No, just checking. No guilt. If she's even slightly curious, that calm exit makes her feel the contrast later. If she's not, you kept your self-respect intact, and that matters. Those were the early moves, the ones that work fast and show up in the first few days or weeks. Now we're going into what happens once she's had time to feel your absence and decide whether it bothers her. 11. You stop chasing closure and start creating contrast. When you feel her pull back, you usually want an explanation. You ask what changed, you circle the same conversation, you try to solve it. That keeps you glued to her mood. Instead, you create contrast. You go quiet, then you show up later like someone who still has a full life. No sulking, no, guess you're busy. Just normal, grounded energy. Try. All good. Catch you later. Then disappear for a bit. If you keep chasing closure, you'll turn her uncertainty into a habit and waste months living in limbo. 12. You don't ask for time, you offer a window. If you say, "When are you free?" you hand her an endless escape route. "You'll get soon," "busy week," "we'll see." You make it easy to say yes by giving two clear options. "I'm free Tuesday after 7 or Thursday around 6. Pick one. That signals you value your time without acting dramatic. If she's interested, she chooses. If she's not, she'll stall. And now you know early. This saves you from the slow fade where you keep waiting and she keeps postponing. 13. You become hard to replace in a single category. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be the guy who's effortless in one specific way. Maybe you're the guy who plans cleanly. No 47 message back and forth. You say, "Meet here at 7, I'll grab the table," and it's done. One simple scenario. She's had a long day, and with you, there's no extra thinking. Try this once. Make one clear plan with one clear time and place, then stop typing. If you're replaceable everywhere, you'll be forgotten everywhere. 14. You turn a no into a neutral moment, not a drama. When she says no, no to plans, no to a date, no to a second round, you show her who you really are. If you get sharp, needy, or performatively chill, you make yourself heavy. You keep it neutral. No worries, another time. Then you move on like it didn't bruise you. That calm response is rare, and it lingers. Most guys make her feel guilty or pressured. You make her feel free, and freedom makes her curious. Don't underestimate how much this resets the power. 15. You let her miss the version of you that was calm. You can't make her miss you if you become chaotic the moment you feel uncertain. One double text turns into 5. One late reply turns into a mini interrogation. If she's inconsistent, your job is to stay steady. Try this rule. If she sends maybe or we'll see, you don't negotiate. Just say, "Cool, let me know," and drop it. Then you go do something else. If you react emotionally every time she wobbles, you teach her that your attention comes with pressure. And this next one gets harder to ignore. 16. You make your attention feel like a choice, not a habit. If you're always available in the same way, you become background noise. You're not missed, you're just there. So when you give attention, you give it fully, then you leave. A quick call where you're locked in for 10 minutes. A voice note that's warm and specific. Then silence. No hovering. No checking if it worked. You're showing her. Your focus is something you decide to offer, not something she automatically receives. That shift is subtle, but it changes how she values every interaction. 17. You reference a detail she forgot she told you. You want her to miss you? Make her realize you actually listened. You bring up something small she didn't expect you to remember. Scenario. Weeks ago, she casually mentioned the weird snack she loves, or the song she plays when she's stressed. Later you say, "I saw that snack and laughed," because you made it sound like a personality trait. It hits because it's specific. Try. You mentioned that thing once. I remembered. Don't make it a performance. Just drop it like it's normal. It makes her replay old conversations in her head. 18. You become slightly more interesting offline than online. You can tell when a guy's life is basically his phone. He's always instantly there, always reacting, always watching. It doesn't feel exciting. It feels available. You give her a different experience. You're sometimes unreachable because you're doing real things. Then you return with one sentence that proves it. Just got out of a boxing class. My arms are cooked. No photos, no bragging. If you live online, she won't miss you. She can access you anytime. This next one might sting a little, but it's a game changer. 19. You make plans that don't require her and mention them casually. If every fun thing in your life depends on her saying yes, you feel like a petition. You want the opposite, a life that moves with or without her, so you do the plan anyway. I'm checking out that new night market Saturday. Then you stop talking. No, you should come. No baiting. If she's curious, she'll ask. If she doesn't, you still had a good Saturday. And here's the hidden upside. It removes the pressure that makes her resist you in the first place. You being here right now already separates you from the guys who bounced. Back that effort with a like. Then subscribe and hit the bell so you keep stacking these small wins every time a new video drops. 20. You make her feel safe to be honest without the talk. You can't force interest, but you can become the kind of man a woman rethinks because you handle truth well. Scenario: she says, I don't know what I want, or I'm not feeling it the same. If you punish that honesty with guilt, anger, or a lecture, she'll avoid you, not miss you. You say, thanks for telling me. I'd rather know. Then you step back cleanly. That reaction creates relief, and relief is memorable. Most people don't miss the guy who argued. They miss the guy who made it easy to be real. If you've made it this far, you're ready for the patterns most men never even notice, until they're staring at a "Hey stranger" text months later, wondering what happened. These last 10 are where it gets seriously powerful. 21. You trigger the unfinished song effect. You know that feeling when a song cuts off mid-chorus and your brain keeps playing it? You can create that without being weird. You share something good, then you stop before you squeeze it dry. Scenario: you're mid-laugh telling a story and you say, okay, I'll finish this in person. Remind me. Then you switch topics. Do this instead of trying to keep her entertained nonstop. One open loop is enough. Miss this, and you'll over-deliver until she stops valuing your presence. 22. You become a memory anchor, not a message thread. If all you are is texts, you're easy to forget. You want a real-world trigger that brings you back to her mind when you're not there. Scenario: you introduce her to a specific snack, a specific cafe drink, a specific tiny ritual like the 2-minute walk after dinner. Later, she sees it and thinks of you automatically. Do this instead. Pick one subtle signature and keep it consistent. Not a gift, not a grand gesture, just a repeating cue that attaches you to a moment she already enjoys. 23. You use the relief spike after tension, on purpose. You can't make her miss you by creating drama, but you can make her feel a relief she won't forget by removing pressure cleanly. Scenario: she's been flaky, and instead of chasing, you say, no stress. If it's not a fit, it's not a fit. Then you go quiet and actually mean it. That relief hits harder than you think, because most guys tighten their grip right here. Try one line: I'm good either way. Okay, watch what happens after that lands. 24. You make her wonder how you're so regulated. You don't have to act unbothered. You just have to stop letting her moods steer your behavior. Scenario: she replies late, and you don't punish her with coldness or flood her with questions. You respond normally, with the same tone you'd use if you were busy too. Do this instead. Keep your pace steady for a full week and see if she rises to meet it. If she only likes you when you're anxious, that's not interest. That's control. And once you notice that, everything changes. 25. You become the place her nervous system rests. You want her to miss you? Make your presence feel like exhale, not performance. Scenario: she's talking about her day and you don't fix it. You don't interrupt. You don't turn it into a competition. Your energy stays slow and safe. Try this. Lower your voice, ask one clean question, then shut up and listen. If you're always amped up, joking, pushing, or testing, she'll associate you with effort. But if being with you feels like her shoulders drop, she'll crave that feeling later when life gets loud. 26. You create a private language without forcing intimacy. You don't need instant closeness. You need shared meaning. Scenario: you name a tiny pattern you notice in her, like when she gets quiet and starts processing mode, and you say it playfully once. Weeks later, she uses the phrase herself. I'm in processing mode. Do this instead. Create one small shorthand that makes her feel understood, then let it breathe. Don't push it into romance. Don't demand it back. When she starts using your language, you've quietly moved into her inner world, and that's where missing begins. 27. You stop being predictable in the way you care. If your care always looks the same, Same compliments, same check-ins, same timing. You become easy to tune out. You want your care to feel thoughtful, not scheduled. Scenario: she mentioned a stressful meeting on Tuesday, and you text Wednesday. How'd it go? Not during it. Not 5 minutes before it. After. Do this instead. Care in ways that prove you're paying attention, not ways that prove you're hovering. These last few are the ones I wish more men understood, because they separate liked from missed. 28. You let her experience the consequences of distance quietly. If she pulls back and you compensate by trying harder, you erase the consequences of her distance. She never feels what it's like to lose you. Scenario: you're always the one initiating, so you stop for a bit. Not to punish, just to get the truth. Try this. Match her effort level for 1 week. Same response speed, same initiation rate. If nothing changes, you have an answer without a confrontation. Ignore this, and you'll keep paying full price for half interest, until resentment does the breaking for you. 29. You give her an easy exit, and she reconsiders. This sounds backwards, but it works because it removes the thing she's resisting: pressure. Scenario: she's lukewarm, and instead of pushing, you say, "Hey, you don't seem that into this. No hard feelings. I'm going to step back." Then you step back, cleanly. Do this instead of negotiating your way into her time. If she was genuinely unsure, your clarity gives her space to feel what she actually feels. If she wasn't interested, you just saved yourself months. Either way, you win. 30. You accept disinterest so cleanly it becomes attractive again. You can't force a woman to miss you, but you can become the kind of man whose absence is noticeable, because your presence was calm, real, and self-respecting. Scenario: she doesn't choose you, and you don't spiral, you don't argue, you don't try to prove yourself. You simply redirect your energy back into your life. Do this. Walk away with warmth, not bitterness. If she comes back, you don't celebrate, you evaluate. The man who can leave without collapsing is the man a lot of women think about later. Up next, discover if she thinks you're good looking, or learn how to tell if she thinks about you all the time. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.